Will Smith and Jada Pickett Smith released this video, and I'm just going to watch it now and share my thoughts on it because I thought it might be entertaining. I don't know much about this, by the way.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with. This is a very personal journey.
Yeah.
That became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with.
I'm going to make some notes.
I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yep.
I think it was about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Right, a difficult time. I can see something emerging here. And he was... Now, you see, when I think of Will Smith, I think of him as a very friendly, affable, charismatic, kind of strong, kind of charming individual. I don't think of him as someone being easily irritated and annoyed and wanting to give up on something like a marriage, because he's, you know, whenever you hear him talk, he's someone that speaks with a lot of conviction and has really strong beliefs about you know, the course of his life and the decisions that he's made. So in order for him to get that wound up, something must have happened in the relationship that caused him to want to leave or feel like he'd had enough.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well,
hang on, I've got to keep listening to this, because when you tell someone you're going to break up with them to go and figure out how you're going to be happy, I don't understand that.
At that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You
know? No.
So, like, she's saying that, we were definitely over. It feels like we were definitely over. And he's saying it feels like it could have been that. So there's a bit of a disparity here between this is the classic we were on a break thing, I suppose.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to...
An entanglement? I've got to write that one down. I'll have to remember that one. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm just in an entanglement at the moment. I'll be with you in a minute.
Get clear about and clean up one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Again, I still don't know what they're talking about. So give permission for what? I don't understand that.
Yeah, but what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually...
Oh, right, so give permission to have an affair, and the only person that gives herself permission to have an affair is her. I think that's what she's saying. It's a very odd statement.
We see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your...
Is she a homewrecker? Is she the one that created an art? Is she the one that wanted a bit of variety or go with somebody else and created arguments with the most agreeable guy that you could possibly be married to, that could provide you with everything in terms of security, money, wealth, fame, looks, like height? Like Will Smith is like an Adonis. Like, I'm a heterosexual man, but you know, if I was to pick a guy to be in a relationship with, he ticks a lot of the boxes, doesn't he? So she's saying that they were over, and that she gave her permission to go and have sex with somebody else. By the sounds of it.
Red table, when you like brought yourself to the red table, I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with.
This word entanglement that she keeps using. And the other thing, like, oh, we decided to separate. Well, really, it only takes one person to choose, doesn't it? If somebody says, look, I've had enough of this, or I want a break, or they go out their way to make your life so difficult that you're like, yeah, just leave me alone. I need to be away from you. So you can have plausible deniability, Jada, maybe.
August, that's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
There you go. Will's picking up on it.
Yes, it was a relationship.
She was married to Will Smith. She started pissing him off, which is a very different. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's like a dog that's been beaten. And look at how poised and upright and matter of fact she is. Oh, I can see what's happening here.
Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken.
Pain and broken. Pain and broken. Okay, well, if you're in pain and broken, it might be a good time to reconnect with your husband then.
Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like?
So it seems like they wanted to separate, but it seems like for some reason it wasn't possible. Now, it may have something to do with their reputation or their wealth, or it might be that they have children together and they wanted to maintain a parenting relationship. Whatever the reasoning is, it seems like Will seems still kind of smitten by her. She seems to be done with him and just gone off and gone with this other guy that she's mates with. So far, it's not sounding too healthy.
Like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. Mm-hmm. It had been so long since I felt good.
That's not a nice thing to say about the man that you had sex with. It felt so long since I felt good. Oh, it's so long. Look at his face. She's really giving him the whip here. Like, what did he not have? Or what could he not help her out with? Especially if she's saying that happiness doesn't come from outside yourself. Like, what? So it must be her responsibility then.
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
it's an entanglement of healing. Because it's a friend that I'm helping, and their mental health isn't very good, so I'm gonna fuck them.
that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. Mm-hmm. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people.
Right, so Jada split up with her husband to go and have an affair with a guy because she's such a generous person. That's her position. Because she's a healer. And so, of course, Will isn't in need of any type of healing. So what am I doing here? I'm getting angry and frustrated because you don't need healing. I can't fix you. I'm going to go suck some other dick.
Versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I process with Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that.
She's grateful for that lesson. The way she's describing the fact that she left her husband and went off with another guy is a very beautiful story, isn't it? Of this healing, magical journey that's so giving and loving and restoring mental health.
Husband, like, I'm with you at the press conference. And that husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
Like, I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
well, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much.
Oh, so she's not even going to identify it as a transgression because she's just such a great learner. Imagine if this was Will Smith. Imagine if he broke up with his wife and went off and fucked another woman. Like, he'd have to admit to sex addiction. He'd be called a cheater. He had an affair. But no, Jada's got all these beautiful words for what she did because it's coming from a place of love. Not horniness.
About myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able.
I don't know how much of this Will Smith is sort of like believing a word that she's saying. It's difficult to tell. You can tell he's so emotional, but I'm not quite sure what the emotion is. I think he's just like he's beat. He's stuck in this position, and it's like he's just looking for guidance from this. Well, I mean, just look at the way they're sitting. Who's got the frame in this relationship? Who's in charge? Jesus got all the power. He's just doing as he's told.
To do some really deep healing, and as I came through and started to realize.
Come on, Jada, deep healing. Come on. Fuck's sake.
Certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me,
Right.
which was totally understandable.
He blew her off. So he's got together, and I just looked at this younger guy, yeah? So she got with the younger guy. So she left her husband, got with the younger guy, was having sex with him, then he stopped talking to her. That's what I know so far after watching almost 7.5 minutes of this. And there's this very beautiful, loving, nurturing, healing journey that's being told. But she had an affair, or she left her husband and went and fucked somebody else, however you want to call it.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
because for me this was years ago, right? So the fact that it's coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
it happened so long ago.
And our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, and therapizing through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah. When I say it's been a huge healing of my life, and just what I had to confront and discover, about myself, the ugly truths and the beauty. So it was something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because it hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This all seemed very strange, But I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together, because I feel like there are a lot of couples.
That was the only time she spoke to him affectionately. I'm grateful for the time you and I have had together. And she started stroking her knee. That's the only time she spoke affectionately. Then she goes back to this pose. Look at that. Look at that. She's here and Will Smith is here. And that's why this relationship doesn't work. Because she doesn't have any respect for him. Forget all this love crap. She doesn't have respect for the man.
That go through those periods.
Yeah.
And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. we came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways, and to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
So it has to be forged in fire. That's not been my experience.
And I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place
Yes.
of unconditional love.
Because I was.
Unconditional love. I'm really confused now. Because, you know, the reason why they couldn't separate is because of conditions. So how is this now an unconditional love? I don't understand. And how is leaving your husband and going and having sex with somebody else, and then the person that you're having sex with leave you, and then you come back to your husband, an act of unconditional love in any way whatsoever?
I'm not sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't.
Why would she agree? Did she behave inappropriately? She doesn't seem ashamed of it. She seems very proud of it. It was a journey of spiritual awakening.
For the weak at heart, there's just certain things that.
Oh, the weak at heart. Yeah, so if you don't let your wife fuck off and go fuck somebody else and come back to you, then you're weak. Bloody hell.
That you have to go through, and it's like.
And I wish, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracle.
Yeah.
These two I don't understand. Sorry, I take that back. I understand exactly what's going on here, but I don't understand if they believe what they're saying.
You got to go through some to get the answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just happy.
She's just happy.
Because I definitely believe that you and we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
Yeah, there's a real power in just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm going to get you back first, and then...
You're going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Oh, right. So she went and had an affair, and then so he went and had an affair. So two wrongs make a right. Bloody hell.
Okay, that's probably true.
But, and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll give you that petty.
You see, I don't know. He says something and then he laughs after. I don't know if he's telling the truth, because it sounds like he is, or if he's then, haha, it's just a joke, only kidding. He's so cowardly in the way in which he expresses himself to his wife, which is very strange. Because again, if you watch Will Smith in any other endeavour in his life, he's very passionate and very assertive and very confident about what he knows and believes to be true. But not when he interacts with his wife. It's very ambiguous.
What?
And they're both laughing about it. And they get a joke that we don't. Is that right? Oh, you want to fuck someone else? Came back because you had no other choice. I don't get it.
But, I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
If you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime,
You have to go fuck everyone else.
25 years and counting.
Sounds like a prison sentence. Looking in the man's eyes. Jesus Christ.
we ride together,
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
That's just so sad. Oh, the shame. the shame, the lack of respect, the guilt, the arrogance,
That's terrible.
It's
the ownership.
the truth.
It's the truth.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That
I've got to stop pausing this, but like, part of the journey, really.
I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said this, and this is gonna happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah, I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Wow. I mean, if the definition of pussy whipped is that's the perfect example of it. High five to the pussy whipped. I can see what's going on. I feel empty and dead inside. I feel very uncomfortable, which is strange. Imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if Will went and left his wife because they weren't getting on well or going through a rough patch, if you want to call it. And he went on a journey. And it was all from a place of love. And he had a friend. And he wanted to help that friend with their mental health. And he accidentally got entangled because he was in pain and broken into bed with this woman. And then he came back to his wife and said, you know what, I've gone off, I've left you, I've had an affair with somebody else, I've came back and I've found out that I can't find happiness from the outside world, it comes from within, and that's what I've learned.